Okay, compare MDC today to MDC maybe like 30 years ago.
I'm the same person.
Yeah.
Actually, I've grown. I've got my wrinkles. I did the bumps, but I was a very idealistic teen that wanted to fight for freedom for everybody. You know, for myself, but everybody. Farm workers, people of all races, gay people, everybody. I've tried to walk the walk and speak truth to power, and that's who and what I am. Not that I'm a saint, not that I'm the best fucking thing since chocolate pudding, but just that I just tried to live my life as true as I could to myself. And you know, and punk rock has been the movement I've been with. I didn't, you know, I've been there since the beginning with it, 76 and 77. And like I was talking in the spoken word, I was feeling it when I got my first erection when I was 5 years old. And, you know, my mom was like, put it away, you know. And I'm like, put what away, you know? And I felt it when I wore a cheerleader outfit to school. And older jocks wanted to beat me up. I felt it when they killed John F. Kennedy, Martin Luther King, and Bobby Kennedy, and lived through that. I'm that old, where I've, you know, it's like my first public memory is John F. Kennedy being killed. And you know, so what's different now is, you know, times have changed. You know, then, you know, it was like 300 punks rule. There was little scenes in New York and Boston and San Francisco and LA and Austin, Texas and Seattle and Akron, Ohio and Chicago. And now, you know, punk rock, it's a worldwide phenomenon. We're going to play punk rock bowling. There's probably going to be 15,000 people there. So things have changed in that aspect for MDC. We're not rolling into town with no guarantee and playing for 25, 35, 40 people. We're, you know, we're getting props, and we're playing Rebellion Fest and this fest, and you know, so it's not like we're just out there in the dark by ourselves. Punk has grown up, and we've grown up with it. You know, that's good news. Sad news is the things that made me punk 35, 40 years ago still make people punk. You know, when I say punk, I mean feel apart from the whole of society, like a society that doesn't value animals, it's ready to go to its most basic instinct of Trumpism or Ted Cruzism, which is this right-wing, intolerant, victimized, feel sorry for itself reality, you know. And you know, I got people in my own family who support Trump, and you know, and they just don't get it. You know, they've been in this fucking super entitled person, and they think that somehow they got robbed, you know. And like, you know, you can say, oh, 400 years of slavery, you know, and it rolls off their back. Well, whoa, I had a hard day at work yesterday, you know, like, you know, it's just unbelievable. And you know, the right-wing propaganda machine that right out of the Hitler playbook in the 20s and 30s in Germany is right now just, you know, blame the Muslims, blame the Mexicans, build a wall, throw them out, you're different. That's all very valid in today. And a song I wrote from way back then, no war, no KKK, no fascist USA. Protesters are using no Trump, no KKK, no fascist USA. But I gotta say, I think mankind is an evolutionary process, that we are going somewhere. Whether we're going to heal the earth, heal ourselves, and fix the problems that are going on before we wipe each other out, I don't know. I just don't know. I know I have no choice but to try to be something positive in effect, that's, you know, hoping for a continuum of change, and that finally get to the point where enough people support gay marriage, marijuana, common sense, not go to war, like knee-jerk reaction. It was very sad to be in 2001. I was a teacher in New York City, and 9/11 occurred, and the World Trade Center, you know, centers came down. And first people were, you know, reflective, and then right away it became join the army and payback time, shock and awe. And look at all that George money, the trillions of dollars they fucking wasted. Can I say that again?
Yeah.
They freaking wasted. Those motherfuckers freaking wasted all that money. They could have cured cancer. They could have built fish hatcheries around the world. They could have taught people irrigation, fresh water, wiped out, could have taken care of AIDS, could have cured motherfucking cancer. And instead, they turned the world into a police state based on fear. And all these, Islamic terrorists all come from somewhere. They come from the United States backing them over communism in the 50s, the Muslim Brotherhoods, the Mujahideen that were fighting the Russians in Afghanistan 30 years ago, 25 years ago, came from the United States supporting them and supporting the intolerant governments of Saudi Arabia. It didn't come out of nothing. It's not those crazy fuckers over there. The United States fostered that shit. And we are here trying to mop it up, save it, and change it. So on one hand, I want to believe things are getting better. People are, the homophobia in the punk rock scene was palpable back in the day. It was palpable, I mean, I love the fucking Bad Brains, but HR was talking about killing blood clot faggots. I was like, now nobody's talking about killing blood clot faggots, except a few extreme types. The KKK, they're out there, but they're extreme. They're extremes. I think people are more tolerant, but whether it's going to change in time, I don't know. But I have nothing better to do than fight the good fight, live well, kiss girls, kiss whoever I want to kiss, be part of a love train. I'm part of the love train. And hopefully something good's going to come out of it.
So tell us about the new book.
The new book is called Memoir for a Damaged Civilization. It basically recounts my life. I started writing it with my guitar player. He wanted to do a comprehensive punk rock book that talked a lot about what was going on in the different scenes, San Francisco, kind of more generalized punk book. And I really had it in me first. I wanted to get out a story about Dave Dichter, about what drove me to feel like a punk rocker in 1976 and 77 and 78, to start a band and to stick with it for 38 years. So, and then tell the stories, and hopefully these stories have a beginning, a middle, an end, and a punchline. Because I didn't want to have a book that said, oh, we got in the van, we drove for 3 hours, we got there, we did sound check, we ate grilled cheese sandwiches. I wanted to have a story that showed the evolution of me, my thinking process that led me to go out there and throw rocks against the Ku Klux Klan, to stand up against the forces of homophobia, to be an out there person that feels like he's part of the queer community, to be there, to be empathetic to women who are abused in a rape culture, and so that's the book I wrote. It discusses those things in the context of stories, and of course there's this happened and that happened, blah, blah, blah. And I try to keep it funny and light, and I can try to keep it where a housewife from New Jersey who doesn't know who Jello Biafra is from Chuck Dukowski will enjoy reading it.
Cool. So, how does tour going?
Tour is 6 days in. It's going really great. We flew into Chicago. We hooked up with Death Wish. We played Detroit, Buffalo, Albany, New Haven, and Philadelphia. It's been good. There's been no stinkers. Every now and then you get a stinker, what we call a stinker is, oh, wow, I thought this town loved us, and nobody, and 30 people are there, and it just seems very, like, what happened to us? We had a great show in Philly last night. We're on the way to Brooklyn tomorrow. We're playing punk rock bowling. We're playing a bunch of other things coming up. Going to Texas, going to Atlanta, Georgia for the first time in a long time. I'm just excited. I got the book. I've got my band. And I just love life. And I hug it out with everybody, and I'm getting kisses from all kinds of direction. I'm very fucking